That video got me thinking, who's got the best away support in the Championship? At the end of the season, I'll do a ranking of every away support to come to Deepdale this season and what I made of them. But from your perspective, I'd be interested to know, because Coventry fans on the road have always really impressed me, and especially when I see videos on social media and stuff like that, the limbs in the away end and the noise they make. I think Coventry fans are definitely up there in terms of the noise they make on the road, but be interested to know who else you would put up there. From my perspective, I think at Deepdale so far this season, the fans that have come to play North End and have really impressed me so far, I think Burnley fans were good when they came. Middlesbrough always been really quite strong over these last couple of years. Sheffield United were quite good if I remember rightly. Even Wigan fans, to be fair to them, I didn't think were too bad this season either. They took quite a big following. Elsewhere in the Championship this week, we've seen the Rotherham groundsman getting all sorts of attention after his antics against Cardiff. He's just absolutely not bothered whatsoever, is he? If I was a Cardiff fan seeing that, I would be fuming, having paid all that money to get to Rotherham, and that's the sort of effort to get the game back on. I know a lot of those videos have been doing the rounds on social media, but when you actually look at some of the other images from the stands and you realise just how flooded the pitch actually was, I don't think there was much of a chance that this game was ever going to go ahead, really. I wanted to use today's video just to have a look at some of the talking points over this last week or so in the Championship. It's a little bit of time we get to sort of digest things now we are in an international break, and we've had a few interesting things pop up on the internet. One thing, if you've missed by the way, is Sunderland announcing their season tickets for next season, and oh my god. I mean, they eventually deleted the video, but I kind of saw the funny side of this, if I'm honest. Some people weren't having it though, and the video was eventually deleted, but I want to get your thoughts on this down below.
Good morning, Doctor Surgery.
Hold on, lads! Hold on, lads! Hold on, lads! How are the lads? How are the lads? How are the lads?
Some people find that proper cringe, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't crack a smile or two while watching that. Elsewhere in the Championship, we are now heading into an international break, and along with the senior football, we've also got under-21s football, and several Championship stars have been called up to the England's under-21 side ahead of this next international break. A few of the names that have been called up: Anthony Patterson of Sunderland, along with Josh Griffiths of West Brom, both in the goalkeeping department. Max Aarons from Norwich City makes it in, along with Charlie Cresswell in at the back. We've also got Jed Spence in there, obviously previously of Middlesbrough. Midfielders called up from the Championship, both Tommy Doyle and James McAtee from Sheffield United on loan from Manchester City have made it into the squad. And then the final representative from the Championship is Cameron Archer. I'd be interested to know from you guys, out of all of those players, specifically the ones that are currently at a Championship club, which of them do you realistically see getting an England cap further down the line in their career? If I had to put money on at least one of them getting a cap right now, I reckon Cameron Archer's going to do it. You know, the rate at which he's developing in, a natural goal scorer. A few years down the line when he's bedded in properly to a Premier League club, I could definitely see him getting an England cap or two. Last week in the Championship, we had one of the most bizarre things happen in the league yet, and that was Ousmane Dembele watching Sunderland versus Sheffield United at the Stadium of Light. I'm all for that sort of thing. People like Ousmane Dembele getting involved in a bit of Championship football, but they got me thinking, who's the sort of biggest celebrity that's been at your stadium to watch a game? Let me know down below. I'd be interested to hear some shouts from that. The other week I was scrolling along the Championship Reddit as well, and I came across this post, and Blackburn are now the only current club in the Championship to have not played at the new Wembley Stadium. Obviously they had their chance. Had they beaten Sheffield United in that FA Cup fixture, they would have been heading to Wembley. Maybe they'll get their chance this season if they they do hold on for a playoff spot and make it to the playoff final. But of all the clubs currently in the EFL from Premier League down to League 2, these are the only sides yet to play at the new Wembley. So Accrington, Blackburn, Colchester, Crawley, Hartlepool and Ipswich Town, surprisingly enough, as well. But I thought we'd finish today's video on a little bit of positivity. Today was just a bit of a roundup from the Championship in this last week or so and what I've seen on the internet, and this post from the Luton against Sunderland one really was quite heartwarming to see, and what a player Fred Onyedinma is. The little things like that can absolutely make a huge difference. So yeah, fair play to him and Luton. I think everyone's a fan of a good feel-good story like that. But other than that, guys, that will wrap it up for today's video. A little bit of a different styled video today. If you'd like to see more of this sort of thing where we look more into sort of the internet culture, things going on away from the football pitch in the Championship, do show your support on today's video if you'd like to see this becoming a regular occurrence. Apart from that, guys, that will now wrap it up for today's video. If you did go in to enjoy, make sure to leave a like, do stick around and subscribe for some regular Championship content, and I'll see you all in the next one.